So this is clearly also about friendship, about working together, about so what's not your day? So
I
this is
have
clearly also about
days
friendship,
where I say it's
about
not my
working together,
day.
about
I mean, it's
so what's
always
not
your
your
day,
day?
but sometimes
So
maybe
this
you
is
have
clearly
to.
also about friendship,
I have days
about working
where I
together,
say it's not my
about
day.
so what's not
I
your day?
mean, it's always
So
your
this is
day,
clearly
but
also about
sometimes maybe
friendship,
you have to.
about working
I
together,
have days
about
where I say it's not my day.
so what's not your day? So
I
this
mean,
is clearly
it's
also about
always
friendship,
your day, but
about
sometimes
working
maybe you
together,
have to.
about
I have
Well,
days
what can I really do?
where I
so
say
what's
it's
not your
my
day?
Well, I
So this is
can
clearly also about friendship, about working together, about
simply learn to
so
keep
what's not your day?
channeling.
So this is clearly also about friendship, about working together,
I have days
so
where I
this is
say
clearly
it's
also
not
about
my
friendship,
day.
about working together,
I mean,
about
it's always your day, but sometimes
what
maybe
can
you
I
have
do?
to. I
this is
have
clearly also
days
about friendship,
where I say it's not
about
my
working
day.
together, about
I mean, it's
Simply
always
learn
your day, but sometimes
to keep
maybe you have
this is
channeling.
clearly also
to.
about
I
friendship,
have days
about working
where I
together,
say it's not my
about
day.
so what's not your day? So this is clearly also about friendship, about working together, about so what's not your day?
Well, what
So
can I
this is
really
clearly
do?
also about friendship, about working together, about so what's not your day?
Simply
So
learn
this is clearly also
to
about
keep
friendship,
channeling.
about working together, about
I have days
so what's not
where
your
I
day?
say it's not my
This
day.
is clearly also about friendship,
I
about
mean,
working
it's
together,
always your day, but
about
sometimes maybe you have to.
so what's
I
not your
have
day?
days where I
this is
say
clearly
it's
also
not
about
my
What can I
day.
really do?
about working together,
I mean,
about
it's always your day, but sometimes
so what's
maybe
not
you
your
have
day?
to. I
So
have
this is clearly
days
also
Simply
about
learn
where I
friendship,
say it's not
to
about
my
keep
working
day.
together,
channeling.
about
I mean, it's always
so what's
your
not your
day,
day?
but sometimes maybe you
So this
have
is clearly
to.
also about friendship, about working together, about so what's not your day? So this is clearly also about friendship, about
Well,
working
what can I
together,
really do?
about
Well, I
so
can
what's not your day? So this is clearly also about friendship,
simply
about working
learn
together,
I have
about
days
channeling.
where I say it's not
so
my
what's not your
day.
day? So this is clearly also
I
about
mean,
friendship,
it's always your
about
day, but
working
sometimes
together,
maybe you have
about
to. I have days
so what's
where
not
I
your day?
say it's not my
So
day.
this is clearly also about friendship,
I mean,
about working
it's
together,
always your day, but
about
sometimes maybe you have to.
so what's
I
not your
have
day?
days where
So
I
this is
say
clearly
it's
also
not my
about friendship,
day.
about working together,
I mean,
about
it's always your day, but sometimes
so
maybe
what's
you
not your
have
day?
to. I
So
have
this is clearly
days
also about
where I
friendship,
say it's not my
about working
day.
together, about
I mean, it's always
so what's not your
but
day?
sometimes maybe you have
So this is clearly
to.
also about friendship,
Days
about working together,
it's not my day.
about so what's not your day? So this is clearly also about friendship, about working together, about so what's not your day? So this is clearly also about friendship, about working
Okay, not my day. Well, I think I'm recording this because I have this a lot. That I wake up and I feel like something's missing. Yeah, today I cannot work out. Today I cannot do these exercises. Today I'm lacking strength. Which is true, right? But it's already an improvement if I sit like this. Now I was thinking, should I keep wearing this? Should I wear something else? What does the audience want? Of course, I also think about these things. What am I supposed to do next? How far am I supposed to go out of my way to, bring content to people? I have days where I say it's not my day. I mean, it's always your day, but sometimes maybe you have to donate days to other people, where it's less about just doing what you want and just, being around, because, maybe they need your support. Maybe people sometimes also need stability from others. So if you're doing your yogic homework, then, people can actually start relying on you. People can start looking up to you, looking out for you, because they know you're stable, you're balanced, and you know what you're talking about. Because you're actually living it, and you've checked what others were saying, and you made your own experiences. And this is basically what I'm doing all the time. So sometimes I am more available, and then I start secluding myself again. And then I say, okay, I think I need some time for myself again. Because I'm always also looking ahead for, okay, if I were a family man, or I would have my wife and children, then this has to be a priority. And this for me is also about learning from the mistakes I have found in others. Like Gandhi, his focus was a lot on his mission, but he was neglecting his family a lot. And for me, it's clearly different. And maybe it just depends on the mission you've been given. Because in that sense, he still did his work. But I also think he should have retreated at some stage. But maybe he just failed to let go. I mean, I have spent some time with Gandhi's work, reading a bit in his books, and I never found him talking anything about yoga poses. He talks about fasting and he talks about walking a lot, but he never, if he did, then he kept it to himself, but he never said he did any kind of breath work. He never talked about holding poses. He was just running around a lot. Well, and that's then just what he did. What you read from, what you get from what he was talking about is clearly that his motivation was to do good. Yeah, and look at what good he did. I mean, he surely helped revolutionize something, but he was also experimenting, with the people. And at the same time, he also caused hardship. And is India in a better state now? Well, that's hard to say. What I'm trying to say is that if you read his autobiography that he wrote himself, what you get out of this is that what he wanted, he wanted to be called holy. He wanted to be called holy. He wanted to probably test his faith, test his abilities, whatever. So he tried to be vegan because he thought, he was a lot about thinking. I'm a lot about feeling. He always thought about, what would make him look best. And that's the truth. So he was like, if I do this, then I'm gonna get that. Okay, I do things and I have no idea what will come out of it, I have feelings that guide me through this, where I say I have a certain goal, which is then family, which is maybe, being able to buy land at some stage, and then to, have people join me in my quest for freedom, which is always an illusion. There is no real freedom but death, which is why we need boundaries. We need people, right, that are looking for stability. So we need people that can hold their ground against corruption in their minds. So this is clearly also about friendship, about working together, about, so what's not your day? I mean, I have not been at this stage of my life, so I can only react to what I'm feeling. Today I'm just somewhat reluctant to leave the house, but maybe later. For now I'm just holding my ground, right? So if it were not my day today, then I would probably just jack off. So how could you turn it into your day? Well, you could turn it into your day by figuring out what stands between you and that smile, if you know what I mean. What stands between you and that smile that you've been hiding all the time? So I simply do a lot of the things that I actually really like. But in order to like them, I had to do them long enough so that doing them is less hard, right? So if you want to be able to like movement, then you have to move more. If you want to be able to like spending time with your partner, then you have to get to know yourself first, right? And then also get to know your partner, but also choose well, right? I stopped giving myself to just anyone, which is why I rejected a lot of attempts. So not my day. Yeah, I have those, but then maybe it's not my day for slacklining, but it's my day for doing this. And I don't have fixed days. I wake up and then I feel myself into it, and then I react to whatever is happening. Whatever, sometimes you have appointments, then you have to prepare yourself for these. Sometimes there are certain tasks that you cannot push off. Sometimes there's an email that you feel like you should react to right away. Sometimes there's ideas you have to sit with, plan ahead. Sometimes I take a piece of paper and I start writing, lining out podcast episodes for an entire year, right? So both my podcasts for 2025 are already recorded and edited and everything. There's just one missing, but it's kind of a bonus episode called Marketing Holocaust, which will be released on the 31st of December. And in the meantime, well, what can I really do? Well, I can simply learn to keep channeling and then invest myself. Because I can do this until I no longer feel like masturbating. So if it's not my day to do this, then maybe it's my day to cook something. Maybe then it's my day to pick up crochet again. Then maybe it's my day to, right? So you're working with energies. And because there is no teacher, but what you feel, right? You have to learn to understand what you're feeling, what you're being guided to do. And so sometimes you push off something, as long as you can push it off. It's probably not that important. The things that are really important, you cannot escape them. Right? You cannot escape them. If you want to do Tantra with a woman, then this is your homework. Right? Getting comfortable. I'm just saying. So not my day. I mean, I built this up. I built myself from the ground up. I was super addicted to lots of things. I never wanted to do anything. But this woman motivated me. Because for whatever reason, I thought she was the sweetest thing I ever saw. You know, there's men that could never love her. But I just love her. And that's just, you know, for me in a way it's enough to know that she exists. So I just can keep on going because, I don't know, it just sparks something in me. But this feeling is really hard to maintain. Because there are moments where I just, you know, start to get frustrated because loving also takes patience and takes time. And also, in a way, an open mind and open heart. So, not my day. I don't think that exists, man. It's just that you're trying to do the wrong things. You know, if you start hating watching movies, then you just have to start going hiking. You have to start going barefoot hiking. You need experiences, my friend. You need to get out of the house. You need to do stuff on your own. You know, try something. You know, if you think, oh my God, I could never go alone to the cinema, then do it. Pick a movie, go there, watch it, and then learn from the experience, and then move yourself forward. You know, I watched movies until I got so bored of watching movies that I rather would do this. I mean, this is an intense position to hold, but it works out weaknesses because I'm lacking stability from my surroundings, so it's important that I find stability in myself. And this position strengthens my lower back, right side. If I do this, it strengthens my lower back, left side. You know? So if I keep doing these kinds of things, this is also work of flexibility. I mean, it takes a while. This is about endurance, and that's also Tantra again. And then you just have to see. But from that you move forward. So each day is a challenge. So in the end, there is no not my day. Sometimes you have to support yourself. And I'm sometimes amazed how strong my arms look because I don't feel this often. But I'm starting to realize it more and more. That everything I've been doing. So you see, now you do it slowly. But maybe some days you start doing it faster. And faster, and faster, and faster. Yeah, I let go of Terence McKenna because he was a real prick. I'm just saying. He just used people and then threw them away. I never did that. I just started protecting myself against being used. I mean, I'm just saying. My feeling is truly like a little child. I feel really soft on the inside, but I have a really hard shell. So people may mistake me for something I am not. But I also have other things I need to be doing. I have to make sure there is this garden thing I've been holding out on. Because first I wanted to progress with my channel again and finish off these tasks. Because the other thing I can still do it. Right, and this will help you maybe in all kinds of situations because you don't know what life is going to be like in the future. You see what's now, but what happens in 20 years, you don't know this. So I'd rather be ready. Right. I haven't done this in ages, by the way. So not my day? There is no not my day. You know? You may have days for reading. You may have days for hiking. You may have days for sleeping and drinking hot chocolate. You may have days for crochet or knitting. You may have days for scouting the internet for new ideas. You may have days for carpenting. You may have days for living in a commune. You may have days for being alone. Right, there may be days that you feel are full of hate. Well, start reducing coffee. You know, switch to more like tea. Figure out your diet. Work on yourself. Make sure the energy is flowing. Because what hate is just holding on. You know, you have to let it flow into something. Right, so that once you have a family and children, you can just let it flow into them. You can direct energy just by focus. Focus and attention is what feeds children. And that's what you need to learn. You need to pay attention to your children and to your wife or to your husband, and possibly to a certain degree to your parents. But then your responsibility is bringing up your children. And for that, you have to pay attention to them, which is why a mother should carry her child instead of placing it into one of these wagons. And a mother should never carry her phone with her. Her attention and focus should be on her children. Right? And if you're the husband, then you have to challenge your wife with this and support her in this and make a good example that she can follow. If she needs such a husband, there are women who already know it by themselves. But I say, if we go hiking, we never bring a phone. And that's just what I'm saying. Because it's useless. You can create situations just so that you will say in the end, well, see, it's good that I brought a phone. No, you were just clinging, man. And if that's your mentality, then I fail to see how this can work. Like if we go hiking, you leave your phone. Because that's about letting go. If you cannot trust life to get you through, then maybe it's your time to leave. That's the law of nature, right? It's like you struggle, you fight, you live another day. So not my day, not your day, for what? Then just see what makes you smile. What is your challenge today? Okay, you have to do art. Maybe you're a creator. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're an author. Maybe you work a 9-to-5 job, whatever. It's random. So you ask yourself, where's your smile today? Okay. No, I'm just seeing whatever is ahead of me as a challenge. Maybe I can make this a bit easier. Maybe there's something that makes me smile. Maybe like a hot chocolate. Maybe this or that. Well, whatever it is, you'll find your way. I'll find mine. These portals cannot be shared. You have to do what you're doing. It's a feeling. You have to see your way through. And not my day may turn into, wow, I really earned that day. Really earned it. Today feels relatively easy. And yesterday felt very tough. But today I already had some minor incidents that could have ruined it. I was kind of like shaky. I went to the bathroom. There's lots of dirty dishes standing around, and there's this pot. There was water in, and something happened. The pot fell. The whole water, everywhere. I could have started shouting at that point. I said nothing. I just started cleaning it, realized, okay, I probably should do the dishes. And then I went to sort out, just started working on that video. I already brought down the trash. That's an accomplishment. And now I'm on the verge of probably doing the dishes, possibly playing music, maybe checking out today's podcast episode, which I have released just to see where I was at back then, and also what people get from me, how I feel about it today, how much I've improved. I'm telling you, my life is very self-centered. I pay attention to how I feel. If I feel like I've been going to the park for 4 days and we've had a good time, or I was also assisting others to have a good time just by being there and sharing my spirit, and then on the 5th day I realize you forget it, then I have to make an effort to not go to the park, because people may draw me to it. Law of attraction and stuff. They try to attract you into their presence, and you're like, yeah, forget it. I'm gonna go hiking. I have to prepare myself. So I cannot play around all the time. So yesterday I went slacklining. Today I'm going to do something else. when I'm doing it already, this is training my shoulders. You haven't realized it. Well, I just realized it now. So, this was a good choice because I also need to make these experiences so that once I'm done with YouTube for the year, and I'm going to take some time out of recording myself or whatever, I'm going to be writing books soon. And when I do that, then I cannot talk, I have nothing to talk to. I don't have the microphone then because the podcast is already done. I cannot record videos, I cannot film myself. So how much time will I have, in between? So it's getting used to just going into movement then and just practicing these things. Okay, I'm just listening. I think I've said enough. Not my day. I don't know. Just find out what your day is then. If it's not your day, sometimes I'm really emotionally supporting others just by being still, waiting. And then maybe it was their day. You see what I mean? Sometimes you have to, in a relationship, you have to give others space. And sometimes, you have to claim space if they fail to see that you need it. So sometimes you also have to give someone else the day, Sometimes maybe let your wife choose what to do, and sometimes you choose. I think it's important. And that's what I feel like. Wow, this is really hard. But this is really tough. On this ground, but it's a good way to toughen up your hands. So whatever your profession is, there's no excuse for weakness. Not in my world. You need to figure out your own strength by making experiences. So what's not my day? Not my day? What are you talking about? Not my day? Not my day? Then make it yours.